Okay, picture this. You're in a huge, crowded airport, and then, boom! Everything goes black. The escalators stop humming, the departure boards go dark, all that noise just vanishes. In that one moment of pure confusion, what's the one thing you need? A clear, lit path to safety. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the unseen safety net that provides exactly that, the central battery system. All right, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll talk about that moment the lights go out. Then we'll introduce the hero of our story, the centralized solution. We'll look under the hood to see how it works, find out where these things are hiding in plain sight, and understand how they're always ready for action. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with why this unseen safety net is so incredibly important. So let's start right there, with the problem itself. Imagine a packed shopping mall on a weekend. You've got music playing, people talking, cash registers ringing, and then, in an instant, it's all gone. Just silence. And total, absolute darkness. Seriously, have you ever been in that situation, even for a few seconds? There's that split second of disorientation, that sudden hush, and you can almost feel the collective gasp from everyone around you. It's a really unnerving feeling that just changes the whole vibe of a place. Yeah, and in that split second, confusion can spiral into real panic fast. How do you find an exit? Where are the stairs? Is everyone okay? It all becomes a massive challenge. And that right there, that's the moment when a bulletproof emergency system isn't just a nice to have, it is an absolute necessity. So, how do you fight that chaos? Well, you don't fight it with a bunch of random disconnected parts. You fight it with a smart, powerful, and centralized solution that's designed to bring light and order back the instant it's needed most. And here it is, the Central Battery System, or CBS. Put simply, it's like one giant, powerful brain and heart for all the emergency gear in a building. The second the main power goes down, the CBS kicks in. No delay, no hesitation. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The old way was to stick tiny little batteries in every single emergency light. Can you imagine the nightmare of trying to check and maintain all of those? A CBS flips that script. Everything, all the power, is in one spot. This makes maintenance a breeze, monitoring is constant and all in one place, and the reliability, it goes through the roof. So let's pop the hood on this thing. Honestly, the best way to think about a CBS is like a living creature. It's got a heart, a brain, and a nervous system, all working in perfect sync to handle a crisis. And the process is just brilliantly simple and crazy fast. So step one, everything's normal. The grid is powering the building and keeping those big central batteries topped up. Step two, the power fails. Bam. Step three, the system instantly, and I mean instantly, detects it. And four, it seamlessly switches over, feeding all that stored power from the batteries to the emergency systems. It happens in the blink of an eye. And these are the guts that make it all happen. You've got the central battery unit. That's the heart, where all the power is stored. The control module is the brain, watching everything and making the call to switch over. And that fire-rated cabling, well, that's the super tough nervous system, making sure power gets exactly where it needs to go, no matter what. Okay, so where are these invisible guardians standing watch? The answer is pretty much every large public building you've ever been in. They're silently working in the background all the time. I mean, just think about it. Hospitals, where a power outage isn't just an inconvenience, it's literally life or death for patients. Or those huge transportation hubs, like airports, where thousands of people would be lost in the dark. Concert halls, stadiums, places where a sudden blackout could cause a dangerous stampede. In all these places, a central battery system is that silent hero in the corner, keeping everyone safe. And here's the real kicker. It's not just about turning the lights on. A CBS powers a whole ecosystem of safety gear. It's what keeps the fire alarms blaring, the smoke extractors pulling smoke out of the air, and even security systems online. It gives our first responders the tools they need to do their jobs effectively in a crisis. Now, a system this important can't be a set-it-and-forget-it kind of thing. Absolutely not. It has to be in a constant state of readiness, and that's managed through a really strict life cycle of design, installation, and of course, maintenance. You know, at the heart of it all are the batteries. And we are not talking about the AA's you put in your remote. These are heavy-duty, industrial-grade powerhouses engineered to be on standby for a full decade. It just shows you the level of long-term thinking that goes into these life-saving systems. And you can see how it builds. It all starts with a custom design for a specific building. Then comes the professional installation and commissioning to make sure it's all working perfectly. And then, crucially, there's the ongoing maintenance and servicing. Every single step is non-negotiable if you want to guarantee it works when that one critical moment comes. But how do you know it's going to work? Well, the answer is testing. Constant, relentless, automated testing. These systems are like a guard that never, ever sleeps. They're running little functional checks every single day, short tests every month, and once a year, they do a full-blown simulation of a power outage that can last for hours. It's that level of dedication that ensures it's ready to go. So we've covered the what, the how, and the where. But let's bring it all back home. Why does any of this invisible technology really matter? Why should you care? I think this quote it nails it. At the end of the day, the whole point is human safety. It's about making sure there's a clear, well-lit path for you and me to get out of a building safely, and it's about making sure emergency crews have what they need to manage a crisis. And this isn't some far-off concept, by the way. This is real-world tech, built and perfected by huge engineering companies like Eaton, Honeywell, and Technoware. These guys are the big players in a massive global industry that's dedicated to one simple thing: keeping us safe when the lights go out. So here's the bottom line. Central battery systems are that silent, constantly on-watch guardian. So the next time you're walking through a mall or an airport, just remember, there's an unseen safety net there, always awake, always monitoring, and always ready to light the way for you.
Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other amazing, invisible systems are out there working 24/7 just to keep us all safe? Something to think about.